Hi, everybody. My name is Eleanor, and I had gold breasts. How did this happen? I'll tell you about it, and don't forget to like it and write comments. It'll make me happy. My sister Agnes and I got along really well. She's my older sister. She always took care of me and protected me. We were lucky with each other, but unlucky with our parents. They were both drunks, in short. Well, Agnes, my older sister, always helped me out and protected me from beatings. Then one day, my sister and I decided to spend the day away at a museum. Agnes said we needed to expand our horizons.
What does that mean?
It means someone's forehead is too narrow.
I have a normal forehead,
I said in anger. No, that's not what I meant.
Then what do you mean? I don't understand you.
Well, I told you. It's narrow.
Where are we going?
To the museum.
Boring. Let's go to a park.
No, we're going to the museum. It's fun there. It's not a historical museum. It's a traveling museum.
What does that mean?
It's going to have cool stuff from famous bloggers and world actors.
Their stuff?
Well, some of them. Let's go and see their stuff. It's interesting.
Well, okay, but then let's get a hot dog later, okay?
All right. We went to this museum. There were a lot of people there. It was a pretty big tent with a lot of stuff in it. There were cameras, microphones, things, even underwear. But the best part was, there was a bra made of gold.
Agnes, is that a bra?
Yes, but it's gold.
Wow, that must be heavy.
Yeah, and expensive.
Who wears bras like that?
What do you do for hype? It was worn twice because it was so heavy, but it looked really good.
Oh, that's cool. Shall we go to the bathroom?
Huh?
I said, let's go to the bathroom.
Yeah, you go. I'll be right there.
Okay.
I went to the toilet, did my business, and then someone started knocking furiously at my stall door.
It's occupied.
Open up. Come on, hurry up.
Agnes, is that you?
It is. Hurry up and open. She hurried into my stall and pretended to go to the bathroom.
Why did you flush?
She pointed her finger at me. Shh. I frowned and asked in a whisper,
What's wrong?
She opened her bag and showed me the very same gold bra.
How do you have it?
Shh. I took it. Put it on. It's too small for me.
Put it on where? Are you crazy? That's stealing.
Keep your voice down. I know, but it's our ticket out of the house. That's what you want too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but what if we get caught? We won't get caught. Put it on and we'll go out. No cameras. I checked.
There's a security guard on the way out.
I'll distract him. Put it on. I put on that cold and horribly heavy thing. Agnes took my hand and we headed toward the exit. I tried to act as calmly as possible, and then we walked up to the guard, and Agnes took him on and started asking him something. I should have just gone outside of the tent, but I got too excited. I tripped over my own shoelace, and I fell down with a bang. My gold bra clattered against the stone, and it fell apart. It hurt, but I tried not to show it. The guard flew over to Agnes and I, and they both started lifting me up. The guard accidentally touched my breast with his hand, and I was embarrassed, and so was he. Are you all right?
Yes, thank you.
Did you break the stone?
Yeah, apparently. Oh, my new implants are driving me crazy.
What implants? She got herself gold breasts. It's not gold, they just call it that. Well, she was allergic to the regular implants, so we gave her the other ones. Oh, okay, well, go on then. We went out of there. We were shaking, but we held on. We ran home. Our drunken parents were asleep. Agnes locked us in a room, and we started screaming with joy that we had made it. I took off my golden bra, and we put it on the bed. What shall we do next? Sell it.
Where to?
Somewhere. We need more money.
Let's hide it in the closet then.
Okay. Look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to drag you into this.
Come on, it's okay. You did this for us.
We hid the bra and went into the kitchen. Agnes went and cooked her and me a meal. Mom and Dad came out eventually. They started pestering us. Agnes was arguing with them again, and my sister took my hand and told me we were leaving. I tried to calm her down, but she said we had to leave quickly.
What do you suggest?
Let's go back to that tent, steal some more, sell it, and leave.
Maybe I should wear the bra so we don't have to go back again?
Come on. When we got home, there was no bra in the room. Agnes ran to our parents angry and asked who had been going through our things. My drunken father took the bra out of his pocket and asked where it had come from. None of your business. Give it to me. It's not yours. Did you steal it? Is that gold? Give it here, I said. Come on, that's enough. Honey, let's sell it and buy another drink. That's what I wanted, yeah. He was about to leave, but Agnes ran after him, and Mom grabbed her arm and stopped her. I ran up behind Dad, grabbed the bra, and hit him on the head with it. Dad lost consciousness. Agnes grabbed my hand and we ran out of the house. There was nowhere to run. There was only one thing left to do: stick to the plan. I put on the bra around the corner and we went back to the tent. On the way, Agnes stole a few more things, but there was already another guard standing at the exit. We tried to get out unnoticed, but that guard was standing there with a metal device.
Oh shit, what do we do?
Don't worry, go out through the toilet. I'll meet you downstairs.
Okay, come on.
I took all the stolen stuff and went to the bathrooms. Agnes was supposed to meet me outside, but she was gone for a long time and I was getting worried. It was a bit high to get down on my own.
Something must have gone wrong. I'm gonna go find her.
I went to the exit and I saw my father and mother standing there. They were saying something to the guard and arguing with Agnes. My father noticed me and ran towards me.
Back off, you drunk!
Stop! Stop right there! I'm calling the police. I was scared to death and rushed forward, but my bra was pulling me down and I ran slowly. My father caught up with me and started grabbing my shirt. The buttons came off and the whole bra was exposed. Everyone froze. Run! I ran through the crowd to the other end of the tent, but someone in the crowd tripped me and I fell. Hold the thief down! In the end, the 4 of us were arrested and taken to the station, but the biggest disappointment awaited us later. It turned out that it wasn't a gold bra at all. It was made of a pile of metal that looked like gold, but wasn't worth a penny on the market. The marquee director told us he had items of value not in terms of money, but in terms of the memories and life stories of their owners, and that was it. The 4 of us were eventually let go to go home. Mom and Dad had sobered up a little at that point. Why were you stealing?
We wanted to run away.
Where to? It doesn't matter where. Away from you. Why, are you that unhappy with us? Do you even have to ask? It can't be worse than living next to drunkards. Our parents stopped. Suddenly, Mother began to cry.
What are you doing?
I didn't want such a life. Forgive us, girls. It's all my fault. I started drinking and got your mother hooked. You can't undo the past. Don't go, please. We'll change it. We'll do everything right. Just don't leave. It was the first time they ever apologized to me and my sister. Agnes didn't believe it for a long time and she kept away from them. But I decided to give them a chance. What if it worked? It was hard, but my parents held on and first of all, they went to the doctor for help. Dad found a job. By the way, he got a job as a security guard at the same tent. After our story, the director decided to stay a while longer because there were more people who wanted to see my bra. And then we learned that it really belonged to a girl who, according to history, never loved anyone. She was nicknamed the Iron Heart, and in honor of that, she had ordered one for herself, and it was made by a blacksmith who actually loved her, but it wasn't mutual. Yeah, well, the funny thing is that it looked good on you, and you were running around in it funny.
Thank you, I almost wiped out my chest because of it.
Your breast saved our family. Our parents stopped drinking, Dad's working, Mom's finally doing the housework.
Well, yeah, it was worth it. I hope I won't have to sacrifice anything else.
You're good.
You too.
Girls, dinner! Wash your hands! We went down to dinner and my father came in. I looked at us all and I couldn't believe it. We should have stolen something sooner. What were we waiting for?
Hello, everyone. My name is Christina, and my dream came true since childhood, to have big breasts. I myself cannot believe that I have achieved the goal, but it is so. Now I will tell you everything in more detail. I'm waiting for your comments under the video, and from your side, like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll start with the fact that when I was little, I liked to try on adult outfits. I loved to spin for hours in front of the mirror, imagining that I was going somewhere beautiful at a chic event and everyone was admiring me. Once my mother was changing in front of me and I noticed her breasts. I was wondering why I don't have them, and my mother just said that they will grow up. I couldn't believe that I would ever have such beautiful breasts like hers. Mom put on a black bra and a black blouse. It looked just awesome. I asked what a bra is for, and my mother said that it emphasizes the breasts. Plus, it is an important attribute of any girl. I lit up, asked to try some on, but she just laughed. And when my mom left, I immediately reached into her locker, took another one, tried it on myself, and it looked ridiculous. At that moment, I really wanted my breasts to grow faster. I began to dream about it. What was the first thing I did? Of course, I went on the internet, where I read methods for breast augmentation. But I needed them to grow first. When I was 11 years old, I felt a strange sensation inside me. The place where my chest should be, it hurt. I felt some seals and complained to my mother. We went to the hospital where they told us that my breasts were starting to grow. This news made me so happy. Could I also wear beautiful underwear? I waited for a whole year, 2, 3, and my breasts certainly grew, but it was not what I wanted. They were little. My mother told me to be patient and not to rush things, assuring me that everything has its time. But I couldn't wait to get my mom's bras. I went back to the internet and started looking at recipes for breast augmentation. One of the safest comments on the forum was, "You should eat cabbage." Well, then you understand what I did. Yes, I ate this vegetable for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I don't really like cabbage, and when I sat on the cabbage menu for a week, I was already starting to feel sick at the very thought. Plus, I was experiencing eternal bloating. I didn't know that this vegetable could smell so bad. I had a hard time and I gave it up. I then came across another ad on the internet that said breasts can be enlarged by operation. Of course, the advertising looked spectacular. The pictures before and after were inspiring, but damn, I wasn't 18 years old yet. And who will give me such money for my chest? In addition, you need to be examined, and this requires parental permission. My mother will definitely not give it to me. She will call me crazy. Then I was looking for something else, and I found it. Some clinic raffled off breasts. It was something like an auction, but you needed to go through a couple of stages of participation in a competition. I realized that this was my real chance. I immediately registered on the site, wrote a letter, indicated my goal and preferences. I wanted a size 3 breast. I thought it would fit me. So what's the big deal for me? After all, I knew I would also grow, but I wanted ready-made breasts. I did not want to have to wait. The first stage was to subscribe to all your accounts on the clinic's page, write comments, make reposts, and so on. It was the easiest. The second one needed money. I do not know the exact amount, but the starting price of the breast was $200. I know it's not much money compared to how much the operation actually costs, but I didn't even have that money. The auction was scheduled in 3 weeks, and this meant that I had to collect this amount and more than the starting amount in a short time. I immediately ran to look for a part-time job. First of all, I agreed with my mother that she would pay me $5 a day for housework. She knew I hated cleaning, but she was interested in my suggestion, so we agreed. This meant that in 3 weeks, I could earn $105. A little, but better than nothing. Now I came home and quickly did my homework, then started cleaning, then ran to the neighbors and walked their dogs. I sold lemonades, cookies a couple of times, cleaned the yards of my grandmothers in the district, for which I also received money. Plus, I asked my father to give me money for my future birthday and give me the gift in advance. He agreed, giving me $50. In general, I was getting closer to the goal and it was good. 3 weeks seemed like a hell of a lot, but I respected myself for having managed to save as much as $450. I was afraid to go alone, so I took a friend with me, and we went to the auction. The day before, I was very worried and nervous. I even thought that I might have changed my mind. The realization that I would voluntarily go under the knife was frightening, but I was striving for a dream, and beauty requires sacrifices. Investments were sobering. So we arrived at the appointed place and looked around in surprise. I imagined a decent place with a lot of people, a large hall where, in addition to the breasts, perhaps something else would be played. But it was a terrible neighborhood. There was a garbage dump nearby. Even rats ran through it. Cheryl, my friend, asked if we were here, but unfortunately, we were. We knocked on the iron door. It was opened by some guy who asked who we were and why we came. I said that we came for the auction, and he opened the door and invited us inside. I was uneasy, but we went in anyway. The hall was more like a venue for a gathering of dirty rockers. It stank terribly. It was dark and suspicious. But I thought that maybe they do it on purpose. Suddenly they have such a style of work. Surprisingly, I was the only one of the participants. I was immediately asked how much money there is. I called the amount, and they took the money and gave me a certificate. Congratulations! Thanks to the certificate, you will be able to have the operation performed in our clinic. And that was all. They explained that since there were no people, I was the only one who wanted to, and so I won. I came home happy, but there was still some doubt inside. My mother came into my room and saw the certificate. What? What is this? I told her everything as it was. My mother sat down on the bed and said, "My daughter, you have been deceived." What? It can't be. They even have their own website, I said, but when I went on the page, it no longer existed. You're lucky they didn't do anything to you. You should have told me, my mother said. I was very upset. I cried. I was sorry for the money, but nothing can be fixed. I've learned that lesson forever, but my breasts are still growing. I hope they will be the way I want them to be.